Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. Welcome to another YouTube video for WEIGO podcast, WEIGO podcast. What else is going on? I'm your girl Taria, and there's a couple things that I wanted to come down and talk to y'all about. So I took a little pause off the road doing my gig work to come and make this video. I have some stories for y'all, some of the things that I have seen in the last couple of days slash weeks. We really need to pray for the people, pray for humanity, because I don't know. Sometimes I'm worried. When I pick these folks up along the way, I'm like, but anyway, save those stories for another time. Hope y'all are having a wonderful Tuesday. I am in Maryland. The weather is like 74 degrees. It's really pretty outside. I wanted to go for a run today, but I think I need to get some new sneaks. I have flat feet and I wear my stuff out fast, baby. So I need to get me some new sneakers. But I will be going to the gym after I drink my 5-hour energy drink. But let's get into the things of the things. Up first, again, if you have not subscribed to the audio version of the podcast, make sure you go to wherever it is you listen to your podcast, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, all that good stuff. Type in what else is going on podcast. Up pops my face and you can hit follow. Also, if you're watching this video, I would very much love for you to like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment if you want. So let's get into the updates for Miss Aoki Lee Simmons. Shout out to, oh man, I forget what, shout out to my girl Ify, who DM'd me this video of Aoki. So, well, before I get into video, let me get into this update that we got from Radar Online, because you know they get to all the updates, honey. It says over already, Aoki Lee Simmons, 21, and Vittorio Asaf, 65, are 100% done after brief fling. Aoki Lee Simmons and Vittorio Asaf were said to be 100% done after their brief whirlwind romance raised eyebrows last week, RadarOnline.com has reported. In a sudden development to come after Aoki and Asaf were caught packing on the PDA during a recent trip to St. Bart's, sources close to the 21-year-old confirmed that the pair were no longer an item. It's 100% done, one insider close to Aoki told Page Six on Monday. They're absolutely not dating. Aoki herself apparently dismissed the dating rumors about her and her wealthy restaurateur, who is 44 years her senior. Of course, I'm not with him, Aoki reportedly told her close friend on Monday. I was never with him. So, in the DM that my girl Ify sent me, and y'all may have seen it, one of the videos was Aoki getting to, I believe it was St. Bart's is where she was at, right? Where the pictures were taken. And she's like, let me tell you about my boyfriend. I mean, she must have said my boyfriend. It was like, my man, my man, my man, my man, like 500 times. It was, me and my boyfriend are here. My boyfriend showed up to my house and came to pick me up and said that basically I could only do a carry on. My boyfriend got my iPad back because evidently she must have left it. So my boyfriend got my iPad back. Let me show y'all around the grounds. Let's go into the kitchen, but I need to make sure that my boyfriend is not in the kitchen. Oh, my boyfriend brought me these shoes here. Oh, my boyfriend already bought me this bathing suit. Everything was my boyfriend, my boyfriend, my boyfriend, my boyfriend, right? Fast forward, she does another live, and she's saying, I don't have a boyfriend. I don't have no boyfriend. And then just kind of moves on with the questioning. Now, my boo, Carlos J. Harris, shout out to Carlos, told me that on a live, she had told her dad, if you don't send me money, I'm going to get me a sugar daddy. And then Kimora Lee Simmons, did y'all see on her stories? It was a picture of a panda bear, like a mother, I guess it was the mom panda bear with the cub in her mouth, and almost like she was dragging it like to protect it from something. And then the caption was something like, on my last nerve or something like that. So maybe Kimora isn't with it. And maybe, I guess, Brother Love Russell is just in his namaste saying he's going to support whatever. Who knows? Again, when I first saw them kissing last week, honestly, I'm just going to be honest, my first thought was the family might be okay with it. She might be the sacrificial lamb, keeping the money in the family. Maybe that's not true, but now the people are saying they broke up. So I don't know if Aoki is doing things for stunts and shows or not, but She said she ain't got after my man. She said she ain't got new mans. So moving on, y'all. Let's talk about somebody. My daughter turned me on to him years and years ago. Todrick Hall. Like, this is when my daughter was little, and I remember she wanted to go see him concert, and I was going to get tickets. Like I said, this was well over 10 years ago, probably. And then, I really liked Todrick and his music. Well, I liked his music and his creativity and all that. And then I'll be hearing stuff about Todrick. Was it Celebrity Big Brother that he was on that season with Cynthia and Todd Bridges and all of them? And I started hearing stuff, and I was like, what? Todrick is like that? But Todrick is back in the news. So apparently his family's house had caught on fire, and he put up a GoFundMe for it. I'm going to read you what the GoFundMe says. Now, this is from Just Jarrod. So Todrick Hall is well, let me see. I wanted to read the GoFundMe first, but I'll just read it all. So Todrick Hall reacts to backlash for launching GoFundMe for his family. Todrick Hall is responding to all of the backlash that he's received for launching a GoFundMe page to support his family. So his family's house burned down. He put up a GoFundMe. And then days later, I believe he had a birthday party. So we're going to get into all of that. The 39-year-old entertainer set a goal of raising $10,000 for his family after their house burned down. I do not come from money at all, and typically I would be the person to step up to the plate to help. But as a performer who's just recovering from the pandemic and the union strike myself, there's only so much I can do. I've helped where I can, but I can't get the entire family back on their feet at this moment as I'm transitional. I guess it was supposed to say, as I'm in a transitional period myself, Todrick wrote on the page. Todrick received backlash as he hosted a lavish party amid the news, with party guests giving a view from inside his LA mansion, including his luxurious closet. In a new open letter to fans, Todrick explained why he had the birthday party amid the GoFundMe page. Todrick revealed that his birthday party was paid for by brand sponsors, and he included text receipts to show he didn't pay for anything. So what I'm going to do, y'all, is read. I'm on his Instagram page, and I'm going to read you a couple of messages that he got from some of his followers / fans. One said, this was Saturday, "You are a stupid, effing, ugly, gorilla-looking, lying, sociopathic, ignorant nigga out here stealing money from people when you have plenty and more to buy your own family another house. GTFO out of here, effing." And then they called him the R word, like called him that. The next message, "LOL, you FAGGY, scamming piece of." Another message, "Scamming," the F word again, "lying to your fans, house didn't burn down," with laughing face. So then this is his now letter to everybody. "I struggle sometimes to decide whether or not to address controversy, but in my experience, saying nothing allows the internet to paint your narrative, and I'm not interested in allowing that anymore. I just want to be crystal clear. I would never, in caps, spend money that my fans raised during a traumatic time for my family on a birthday party. I wouldn't, under these circumstances, spend my own money on a party either. Everything at my party was either gifted or sponsored, and it was organized by someone very close to me who knows I've been going through a rough time and wanted to celebrate me on my birthday and going away party. I don't expect everyone to understand my life, my choices, etc. And I know that I'm not for everyone, but the level of hate, death threats, racism, etc. that I receive on a daily basis is just not acceptable, and it's dangerous. People swear I don't pay for anything until it fits their narrative to say I'd spend $20K on a party, which I've never done. Everyone's telling me to sell my home and my luxury possessions, which I am. But last year, they swore I lied about owning my home. You can't sell a home you don't own, by the way, but no one checks these facts. They just circulate the headlines. At the end of the day, I'd like to say thank you to everyone who donated to help me help my family. This has been extremely difficult for us emotionally already without the internet chiming in. We need to be careful of how we talk about people online because these comments can be absolutely too much, especially from people who aren't involved at all in this situation. Thanks for everyone who helped out. I'm sorry. Thanks for everyone who helped. And thanks to all my LA peeps who came out to support me for my B-Day / going away. I'm excited to unplug and be back with my first love, musical theater. So then these are the text messages that he's showing to prove that he didn't pay for his party. So Friday, March 29th at 6:26 p.m. Someone says, "Are you doing anything for your birthday? If you would like, I can get some sponsors for food and I can have Neft Vodka sponsor the whole thing." He responds back at 9:55 p.m. "OMG, I'd die for that." And then they say, "What I was going to say was that I was going to fly back from New York on the 4th for this. I don't know." My birthday. "I don't know if any of my other artists would be willing to do it without getting paid first, but I don't mind doing it as a friend for you. Only thing I know for sure that is happening. That way I just don't fly back for nothing," with a laughing face and a heart. "But let's talk more after rehearsal. Let me know. Love you." He says, "OMG, thank you so much. The party is happening for sure. No questions asked." So this must be a friend saying that they were going to fly out. They perform for free, but the friend doesn't know if the other artist will or not. But let me know before I fly out, and the party's not happening. Unless you're down for the artist. Oh, child, wait a minute. They might be. Oh, they was talking about artists, like performers. Maybe they were talking about a different artist, because the next message says, "Unless you're down for the artist to charge for the tattoos, like 50 to 100 flash tattoos. That way, whatever they make is what they make, and you don't need to pay for it. You don't need to pay anything. You're just letting them set up for free. That's also a good idea. That way, you don't have to worry about any budget." So I guess he's saying that, so the artist that I thought Child was performing artist was tattoo folks. And they're saying basically let them come set up for free and let them charge for the tattoos. They get to keep everything. You don't have to pay them. So it's his way of letting us know the food was paid for. The party was sponsored by the vodka people. And so are the people that were coming to do the tattoos. The only thing that was his home that he was paying for. Somebody commented, "Let the names out. I personally, their employers and community." I guess they meant to say, I think, talking about the messages he got. "Let the names out. I personally think their employers and communities need to know who they are." Now, I will say this. Even if you didn't have all the facts and didn't know that his party was paid for, but just saw that, wow, he posted this GoFundMe, then he's having a party, calling him a nigga and the F word. Like, people do too much. It's like, y'all need to not only touch grass, roll in the grass if you don't have allergies. Put your feet on the earth, do something, because that level of vitriol that you have for a person you don't know enough to prompt you to send them a message like that is sick. It's disgusting. You could very easily just not follow him, take him off your timeline, whatever. But to have that level of vitriol and him getting death threats, it's crazy. I do understand how, even if you didn't know that he suffered during the pandemic as far as money, right? How people could look and say, "Oh, he's a star," right? Because we know who Todrick is. He's got a mansion and all this stuff. Why is he doing a GoFundMe? I can see why people would say that. I can also see why he would do a GoFundMe, because maybe the reality is his whole family lost everything. He may not be able to afford, which clearly he can't, to replace everything. So he's reaching out for help. I remember someone had said to me one time, when celebrities do fundraisers, they're like, "Why don't you just pay the money? Why are you asking other people money?" And I said, well, because if celebrities donated all of their money, they would have no money, and they still have to take care of their family. So it's a smart idea. If I'm a billionaire, let me call 10 of my billionaire friends to take care of this issue or lend money to this cause, right? I'm similarly on our scale. I know those of you watching and me, we've donated to different causes, but you're not giving all of your money because you got to take care of your family. So it's all relative. So I can see why he did the GoFundMe. I'm glad he came out and explained, though, because I would have been looking at him side-eyed and crazy, like, you just asked for $10,000 for your family, and now I'm watching people post videos from inside your mansion of your party. But I'm glad he came out. But under no circumstances should people be sending hate mail like that, death threats like that, calling him all out, his name being racist and homophobic and all. Like, that's just Crazy. So I hope that his family gets back on his feet. I am so sorry for their loss. I know that has to be devastating. So he must be going on tour because he said, I'm happy to get back to my first love, musical theater. And he said the party was for his birthday / going away party. So, child, I hope it all works out for everybody involved. Y'all know I always say that. Next up, let's just talk about Ray J and Princess real quick. According to Page Six, Ray J has requested joint custody of his and Princess Love's 2 kids after 4th divorce filing. Let's get on into it here. Ray J has responded to Princess Love's divorce filing by requesting joint custody of the pair's 2 children. In court documents obtained by People, the sexy Can I hitmaker is asking the court for joint legal and physical custody of daughter Melody 5 and son Epic 4 following the pair's 4th divorce filing. The singer 43 is also requesting that several of his and Love's assets be split, such as miscellaneous jewelry and other personal effects. The Another Day in Paradise crooner, who is being represented by celeb favorite legal powerhouse Laura Wasser, child, she is the big time, asked the court that he and his ex pay their own attorney's fees. The actress 39 filed for divorce from the One Wish hitmaker. Lord, they're going to name all 3 of his songs, huh? Sorry. The actress 39 filed for divorce from the One Wish hitmaker in February after nearly 8 years of marriage. You know, if I had one wish, is that this would just go ahead and be done like once and for all. I don't wish bad on nobody's marriages. If people want to be married, I wish their marriage well. If they don't want to be married, I wish them single well with their partner. But my one wish is for Princess. This is the 4th time. Go ahead and see this through. So Princess, Frankie, if you're listening, if I had one wish, it's for you to see this through, okay? The couple split is their 4th divorce attempt since May 2020, as they've continuously dismissed their previous requests while working through their differences. Hours after filing the papers, Love opened up about the breakup on Instagram, admitting it's in their best interest to go their separate ways. It is with heavy hearts that we share the news of our decision to divorce. After much reflection, discussion, and counseling, we have come to the difficult realization that our paths have diverged. She continued, we want to reassure you that this decision was made thoughtfully. Baby, there's no reassuring needed. This is the 4th time. And with mutual respect and consideration for each other's well-being. So he wants 50 joint custody, wants them to pay their own legal bills, split their personal effects, such as jewelry and all of that. Oh, and he wants spousal support to be determined later. That's something else he said in his filing. We'll see if they really go through with it this time. 4 times, that's a lot. Remember when she said he left her in Vegas and she was pregnant? Wasn't she pregnant and had their first child? Hope it works out for you. Jarrod Carmichael. Is that how you say it? It's Jarrod Carmichael, right? Y'all, I feel like sometimes I wonder if public, I was going to say celebrities. I guess he's a celebrity, right? But celebrities, public figures, even people on YouTube, podcasters, Instagram, Twitter, say things because they really want to shock people or because they want a reaction. Jarrod Carmichael talks sex addiction, jokes of disturbing race play fantasy. Jarrod Carmichael revealed he's into race play during Friday's April 5th episode of the Jarrod Carmichael reality show. Jarrod explored his relationship with sex. I keep hearing, well, I hear some people say it's really good, and then I hear some people say, but they're watching. So I was thinking about checking it out. Viewers follow Jarrod as he attempts to find a therapist to unpack his issues after admitting to cheating on his long-distance boyfriend, Mike. The comedian expressed that he is addicted to intercourse and often uses sex to escape the world around him. In a particular instance, Carmichael can be seen discussing sex during an apparent stand-up show. He offers a moment of vulnerability to the audience, detailing his sexual fantasies, one of them being race play. If you don't know, Urban Dictionary defines race play as an avant-garde form of role play used by 2 consenting adults that incorporates racist, hurtful, and derogatory terms and comments regarding the other's race to fulfill and reach sexual pleasure. Let's read that Urban Dictionary definition again. Race play is defined as an avant-garde form of role play, avant-garde form of role play used by two consenting adults that incorporates racist, hurtful, and derogatory terms and comments regarding the other's race to fulfill and reach sexual intercourse. Sometimes I joke to him that our relationship is like that of a slave and a master's son who teaches me how to read by candlelight. He's the slave and his boyfriend, who's white, is the master's son. Okay. Let's keep that in mind. His boyfriend is white. So I'm going to read that again. Sometimes Jarrod jokes to his boyfriend that our relationship is like that of a slave and a master's son who teaches me how to read by the candlelight. The comedian tells an apparent disapproving crowd in the documentary. Yeah, he groans. Yeah, he groans too because he's a good person, because the audience must have groaned. Because again, it says that he's telling the joke to an apparently disapproving audience. He says, yeah, he groans too because he's a good person. He doesn't like the effing joke. I like the joke. That's my burden. I think the ish hilarious. Yes, sir. Madam Antoinette, sir. I don't know what that is. That's a joke for me. The episode also features bits of conversation with his therapist. It was during this conversation that the comedian admitted that he became sexually active at a very young age. Jarrod, y'all, please tell me if I'm saying that right. Also detailed how comedy impacts his relationship with sex and his sexuality. He alleged that he has had at least 1,000 sexual partners, but that may be lowballing it. I was a very sexual child since probably I was 3 or 4. I was a very sexual child since probably I was 3 or 4 with older kids, Carmichael explained. I definitely had experiences with boys that I hid in my teenage years into my 20s, beginning secret sex with guys. Sex offers me power and control. It's an escape. I use it to escape. Earlier in his HBO show, Carmichael confronted Tyler, the Creator, which I don't know if you guys saw it. Tyler, the Creator, is his best friend. And he confronted him about having a crush on him. In the premiere episode, the North Carolina native talked to the musician about how he felt after Tyler rejected his love. Tyler responded to his brother. So that's my best friend. Tyler's thinking, this is my best friend. This is my brother. And then Jarrod tells him, I'm in love with you. And so he responded by calling him a stupid bish, as I'm saying ish, but you know. Can you imagine? Tyler says, you called me a stupid ish. And then Tyler, the Creator, said, yeah, I did. I think I just like brushed it off. Getting news like that and then avoiding it is a way to avoid change. Tyler got everybody out here falling in love with him. Didn't Jaden Smith say the same thing, if I recall, like earlier last year or something like that? You know, we should be able to say whatever we want, right? I mean, well, I was going to say not anything with the isms or the racism, homophobia, none of that stuff. Should be able to say. You can say it. Just be prepared for what you may get after you say it. So I'll say that because we're adults. But in terms of this, you know, with his joke, I'm not sensitive to a lot of things, meaning I don't get offended. That's what I should say. I'm sensitive. I don't get offended by a lot of things at all. And I'm sensitive enough to see how certain things could offend other people, but I'm not offended by it, right? So I'm not offended by this joke about race play. To me, it's just extremely unnecessary and got me looking at you like, what is wrong with you? And why would you say it? Again, it's his comedy and it's his art, and we all express ourselves through art, right? Whether it's YouTube, again, podcasting, whatever it is that you do to express yourself, it's a part of who you are, and you're free to express what you want and all of that. For me, like I said, I hope I'm explaining this right. I'm not saying I'm offended by it. It's just, to me, it's unnecessary. Like, why? Why even? Oh, again, it just makes me look at you like you're crazy. Like, what? Like, how in the world? That's just me, which then makes me go back to the comedy show was filmed for the documentary, right? So are you just saying this for your documentary to get the buzz? I don't know. I don't know. What do y'all think? Because I don't, not that I don't want to say the wrong thing. You can see my mind is just like, I just don't understand how somebody could even say something like that. So what do y'all think about this? Do you think, well, that's how he feels. He should be free to say it. He should say it wherever and whatever. Like when people say stuff like this in front of a Black audience is still like, what is wrong with you? But then even to say it in front of like non-Black people, just like, I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I definitely don't think it's funny at all. I may or may not check out the show. I don't know. Let me know if y'all are watching it. And if y'all are, what do y'all think? Last story I want to talk to y'all about. Got my little email from Madame Noir, because, subscribe to their newsletter or what have you. And I saw this story and the headline, sometimes the headlines are a little bit older, right? So they'll be reporting on stuff that's already happened. But I saw this, and now this has already happened. It happened in March, but this was the first time I was seeing it. And the headline had me interested. So I was like, hold up. So after I read it, I was like, oh, I want to talk to y'all about this. So the headline, Oregon woman sues Portland nail spa for allegedly giving her genital herpes with unsanitary tools. I'm gonna read the headline again, then I'm gonna tell y'all my first thought when I saw it. Oregon woman sues Portland nail spa for allegedly giving her genital herpes with unsanitary tools. Now, I'm not gonna lie. When I saw genital herpes, nail spa tools, my thought immediately went to like, what they got going on at that shop that they're using tools for it? My mind went to, okay, maybe they got like a little massage place in the back and maybe a little happy ending or whatever, but tools? Like, what they doing over there? So I was like, let me read it, because that's what my mind went to when I saw genital herpes. But let's get into it. A Portland, Oregon nail salon customer has filed a $1.75 million lawsuit after allegedly contracting genital herpes while getting her nails done with unsanitary tools in June of 2023. So the news about the lawsuit came out March of this year, but evidently this stuff happened June of 2023. The lawsuit was filed at the Multnomah County Circuit Court last week, and it describes how a 23-year-old woman known by the initials SR acquired a disease while in a salon called PDX Nails. SR came to the establishment to get an acrylic nail manicure, but claimed that the nail technician didn't wear gloves and used drill bits that used drill bits that were stored in an Altoids tin. Following receiving the manicure, SR noticed that two of her fingers were inflamed and swollen. She also began to feel physically ill. In the following days, she developed large blisters around her nails, and it finally spurred her to go to Kaiser Permanente, an urgent care clinic. After doctors tested the discharge from the blisters, they concluded that it was herpetic whitlow, more commonly known as herpes. SR expressed having persistent flare-ups of symptoms despite being prescribed antiviral medication. The lawsuit lists Tam Nugent and Hi Nugent, the manager and owner of PDX Nails, respectfully. Shockingly, Tam and Hi Nugent own another nail location in Portland, and it has been fined in the past by Oregon's Health Licensing Office and Board of Cosmetology back in 2021 for failing to disinfect used tools that come into direct contact with a client. The fine detailed that the second location left used drill bits on the workstation and also failed to clean pedicure stations, Jesus, and foot spa equipment properly. My God. Oh, Jesus, I'm calling on him, y'all. SR told Oregon Live that she never thought she could get herpes from something like unsanitary electric nail files. People have asked what happened to your finger, she recalled. I don't want to tell them what it is because it's really embarrassing. They need to be shut down. Their other location was fined. for being unsanitary, leaving the drill bits out. Now this girl has got this from them. They need to be shut. There ain't no more fines, ain't no warnings. Shut it down. And if you want to reopen again, you got to go through steps. I mean, can you imagine y'all going to get your nails done? And it's crazy because I am normally one. I had my nails on for like 4 or 5 years and then took them off just last year. So I miss them. There's a part of me that really misses them because that lemon juice bright yellow is my favorite color. And I would just get it all the time. Like that is the color I had when C-19 happened and things were shut down. I had it like months before then. I would get it all the time. I had it that color. And then when nail salons opened back up, how many months, like a year or so, how many months later, we were shut down for like a year or so, right? Boy, that seems like so long ago. But when they reopened, I went and got that color again, the lemon juice. And I would always get it on my hands and my feet. I just love the color on my skin. And so I haven't had my nails on for about a year. And then I haven't got a pedicure. Oh my gosh. I haven't got a pedicure since like last September. Now, don't get me wrong. I keep my feet in good condition because I don't play that. Like moisturizing the whole body, like all of that. I don't play that. But I'm like, oh no, I didn't, like in my mind, I fell off. I need to be getting my pedicures. So I literally just said I was going to make an appointment maybe for this weekend. And then just reading that, I was like, oh my gosh, do I need to learn to do it myself? Because imagine y'all walking in to get ready to get your nails done, your feet done, wherever. Day or so goes by and you noticing your stuff is swollen. And then pus, and you got blisters. You got blisters with pus coming out. And come to find out the nail place then gave you something. And you went to the doctor, got the antiviral medicine, and you're still having frequent breakouts. I don't know. I hope that she gets every penny she's asking for, if not more. And I feel like they need to be shut down. Again, if you at it happened at one location, you were cited and fined. Here you are at a whole nother location and you didn't gave somebody. So I just feel like they need to be, it's a wrap for you. You're going to have to go through multiple steps again. Class, something, whatever. We're going to have random inspections that you have to pay for because this is your fault. So once a month, once every 6 weeks, we coming in here, we inspecting. You ain't going to know when we come and you've got to pay it out of pocket. And it's for 2 years. Something. Like that is crazy, yo. So I hope SR, sending prayers out to you and your fingers, your body, all of that. I hope that you get everything that you deserve. And I hope that the nail people, what's their names? Ha and Tam, get everything that they deserve. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this story, about the Jarrod Carmichael. Was I saying Jarrod earlier? Jarrod Carmichael, Ray J and Prinky, aka Princess. Todrick, do y'all think that he shouldn't have had the party even though it was sponsored? Do y'all think that he shouldn't have done the GoFundMe? And what y'all think about Aoki, I'm saying all these people's names wrong. Aoki Simmons. And now she don't have no man after just telling her, thank you to my man. Now she's saying she ain't got no man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all again for taking time out of your day to watch the video. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Share it with people you know. I love y'all. I have to say, y'all have grown my channel. Like watching it, literally smiling. Like I haven't stopped smiling. I've been showing my husband, like, look, another one, like this, really excited because I really do appreciate it. I don't take anything for granted. Again, I've said it the last couple of videos, but there's so many other creators you could listen to and you still might, but you've chosen the time to subscribe to my page. And that means a lot. So thank y'all so much. Y'all have really jumped me, y'all. So thank you. Love y'all. And I may see y'all later. I'm going to go get back on the road for a little bit, work out, watch Summer House, and I need to do a Summer House recap. I'll talk to y'all later. See y'all.